Did you know Japanese imports like my Honda Stepwagon are especially prone to rust here in the UK? Salt, moisture, and a different climate can gnaw away at the underbody, which typically have little or no underbody rust protection when they arrive in the UK. Rust can compromise any car's structural integrity, safety, and even performance. It's costly too. In the UK, the average rust repair can set you back around £360 and affect your car's resale value, typically by 10 to 20%. Widespread rust is difficult and expensive to treat, and in severe cases, you may even have no option but to scrap your car. Now, the good news is that there is something you can do to prevent this happening, or getting worse, and that's by using Lanoguard's Underbody Rust Protection Kit. Lanoguard's products are developed right here in the UK, and are your car's best defense against the harsh British weather that can save you serious money in the long run. Stay tuned as I show you the Lanoguard application process, explain why it's a smart choice for any car owner, not just Japanese imports, what it costs, and how it can keep your vehicle's underbody in top condition. Everything I use is linked in the video description box below, so you can act now to protect your car. Let's get into it. I've used Lanoguard Underbody Rust Protection for the last couple of years on several cars with really good results. So when I bought this 2013 Honda Stepwagon imported from Japan, I couldn't wait to protect the underbody with Lanoguard. But what exactly is it? Lanoguard gets its name from lano as in lanolin and guard as in protection. It is made from the oils of the fleece of sheep, so it's no surprise that it does smell, well, like sheep. But having said that, it's not unpleasant, and it certainly doesn't linger on the car and usually disappears after a few days. The Lanoguard Underbody Rust Protection Regular Kit comes with 2 litres of motor spray, 600 millilitres of motor grease, and a trigger sprayer. The motor grease is pretty solid in the tub, and I'd suggest you warm it up in a container with hot water in it, especially if you're planning on doing this in winter. And you can see what a difference that makes and how soft and easy it is to apply now. At the time of making this video, you can pick up a regular kit for £78.99. I bought the regular kit for my Honda Stepwagon, and there'll be more than enough for the first application today and next year's top-up code. That's less than £40 per year to prevent costly repairs later down the road. Lanoguard knows how big a fan I am of their underbody products and have kindly sponsored this video. And you can get £5 off your Lanoguard order when you go through the link in the video description box below. Thanks again to Lanoguard for sponsoring this video, and of course thanks to all of you for supporting the channel. Lanoguard can be applied effectively in a wide range of weathers and temperatures, including cold and damp conditions. It is thixotropic, meaning it becomes slightly thicker in colder weather, so for best results, keep the product at room temperature before application, especially during winter. It's worth noting you don't need to apply in completely dry conditions, as Lanoguard is designed to displace moisture and can therefore be applied to slightly damp surfaces. However, avoid applying it to a dripping wet underbody, and if possible, apply when dry. It's a lovely warm dry day, the Stepwagon is already on the ramps, the wheel chocks are in place, and the motor grease is in some hot water. So I'm going to go ahead and get on with it. It's worth using some kind of sheet to protect your driveway from any spillages or dripping off of the product from the car's underbody. Once ready, apply the warm motor grease to any wheel seams, nuts and bolts, sharp edges and threads. Then onto the motor spray. Using the trigger sprayer provided, the motor spray can be applied to the whole underbody, chassis or any other areas you'd like to protect. Just be sure to avoid the brake discs and pads. The 360 injector wand can be used to get the Lanoguard into those hard to reach box sections, sills and all other nooks and crannies. Lanoguard air dries and typically takes 7 to 10 days to cure, so it's best to leave your vehicle outside during this time. If doing this in winter, it doesn't require heat to cure. Instead, it cures through the exposure to free-flowing air. If possible, it's advised to avoid driving it for the first 24 hours to allow the initial curing process to begin. Just as a side note, I've seen a few other users mentioning issues with the trigger sprayer clogging up, but I've had no such issues over the last couple of years treating several cars. I would suggest warming the motor spray to room temperature before and taking the time to rinse through your trigger sprayer and other equipment after use with warm soapy water. This will ensure it stays working for next year's top-up coat. So it's been a week since I applied the Lanoguard, and I just wanted to show you how it's dried to a candle-like texture that is dry to the touch and has formed a nice protective layer. The grease on the other hand stays tacky, as you can see from when I inspected my Nissan Leaf 1 year after application. For those of you thinking that the underside of my Honda Stepwagon isn't actually rusty, and what would a rusty underbody look like after a year? Well, I can show you. This image is from the underside of our 2014 Mitsubishi Outlander plug-in hybrid electric vehicle, before I treated it with Lanoguard a couple of years ago. After removing the splash shield, I thoroughly cleaned the underside with a degreaser and pressure washed the area to remove any loose or flaking rust and debris. Once dry, I scraped and brushed off any loose or built-up rust. There was a lot to come off. I applied the motor grease and motor spray evenly over the entire underbody, and this is what it looked like straight afterwards. And 1 year later. I think you'll agree the contrast is stark, and it was still doing a great job 12 months later. For obvious reasons then, you can see why this has become one of my annual car maintenance jobs in the summer, and it's really rewarding to protect a vehicle I'm going to be keeping for a long time. Even if I do come to sell, having regularly protected it will only help me achieve the price I want and save me in repair bills along the way. There are of course lots of underbody protection options out there. The key advantages of Lanoguard, in my opinion, are its ease of application to almost all vehicle surfaces, environmentally friendly nature, transparent finish to keep the MOT testers happy that it isn't masking underlying corrosion, and self-healing properties, with it remaining flexible and therefore will not crack over time. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments section below if you're using Lanoguard, something else entirely, or nothing at all, and how it's going. If you enjoyed this video, please do take time to hit the subscribe button for more content just like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.